Okay, imagine this. You want something desperately, you're chasing it with everything you've got, but nope. The universe just keeps saying no. And then the second you give up, the very moment you decide you want something totally different, bam, there it is, right in front of you. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we dig into stacks of sources, articles, notes, all that good stuff, and pull out the really key insights for you. Think of it as your shortcut to getting genuinely up to speed, hopefully with a few surprises along the way.
And today, we're diving into a story that nails that exact feeling. It's The Cop and The Anthem by O. Henry. His writing, it's often called a smile with tears, full of these ironic twists, unexpected endings. It's classic O. Henry.
Right. We're going to follow this character, Soapy. His journey is, well, it's funny, but also deeply ironic. He's trying so hard to get arrested, but fate has other plans, especially right when he least expects it. So let's start with Soapy himself. He's our main guy. What's his situation as winter hits New York City?
Well, Soapy's basically a vagabond. He's homeless and looking at a really harsh winter, no shelter. So his solution, which is pretty clever but definitely unusual, is to get arrested. He wants to spend the winter in jail.
He wants jail time. Seriously?
Yeah, he actually sees being locked up, confinement, as a kind of freedom. Freedom from the cold, from worry. He calls it his winter island, a place just to exist.
A winter island. Wow, so he's got a mission, 3 months on the island. That's what he's hoping the judge gives him. But turns out getting arrested isn't as easy as he thinks.
Not for Soapy, apparently. It's almost comical how hard it is for him.
Okay, so walk us through it. What's his first big plan to get thrown in the slammer?
Right, attempt number 1. He aims high. A luxurious cafe. And what's interesting is Soapy, he actually feels pretty confident about his appearance, sort of. He's shaved, his coat's okay, he even has this neat little black bow tie a missionary gave him.
Okay, so he thinks he can pass, at least for a bit, and the plan?
A big meal. Roasted mallard duck, some wine, cheese, coffee, even a $1 cigar, which was a lot back then. He figures the bill will be big enough to cause trouble, but not so big they'll, beat him up badly. Just enough for an arrest.
Makes sense in a weird way, but...
The second he walks in, the head waiter clocks him. Sees the tattered trousers and decadent shoes instantly. Before Soapy can even order, these strong hands just escort him silently, quickly, right back onto the sidewalk.
Wow. Didn't even get a chance to break the law. His appearance gave him away.
Exactly. Route number 1 to his coveted island blocked. Because he looked too poor to even commit that kind of crime.
That says a lot right there, doesn't it? Class distinction stopping him before he even starts.
Absolutely. He couldn't even pretend to be a dine and dasher.
Okay, so plan A fails. He's not giving up, though, right? What's next?
Nope, he's determined. He switches tactics, more direct action. He finds a nice shop window, bright lights, fancy displays, picks up a stone, and just smashes the glass. Dashed it through the glass.
Okay, that's definitely illegal. Surely that works.
You'd think. But here's the fascinating part. He doesn't run. He just stands there, hands in his pockets, smiling when a policeman comes over.
Smiling?
Smiling. He even basically confesses. Asks the cop, "Don't you think that I might have had something to do with it?"
He admits it. And what does the cop do?
The cop refuses to believe him. Says, "Men who smash windows do not remain to chat with the police. They take to their heels." Logic, right?
Unbelievable. So the cop thinks, this guy standing here, he can't be the one who did it.
Precisely. The officer then sees some other guy running down the street and chases after him, leaving Soapy just standing there, disgusted. Twice unsuccessful.
Man, this is rough. Okay, attempt 3. What now?
He figures maybe the fancy places aren't working. So he goes to a more modest restaurant, the kind with large appetites and modest purses.
All right, lower stakes. What's the plan here? Same idea.
Pretty much. He orders a ton of food, beefsteak, flapjacks, donuts, pie, eats it all. Then, bold as brass, tells the waiter he's broke, says the minutest coin and himself were total strangers.
And then?
And then he tells the waiter, "Now get busy and call a cop. And don't keep a gentleman waiting." Still trying to maintain some dignity, I guess.
Does the waiter call the cop? Please tell me this one works.
Nope. The waiter, described as having a voice like buttercakes and an eye like the cherry in the Manhattan cocktail, just calls over another waiter. And the two of them basically just pick Soapy up and toss him out onto the callous pavement.
They just threw him out. No police.
No police. In fact, a cop nearby sees it happen, laughs, and just walks away.
Laughs. Oh, that's gotta sting. Soapy must be feeling pretty desperate now.
Totally. The story says, arrest seemed now but an elusive dream. The island seemed very far away. He's starting to genuinely worry he can't get arrested.
Like he's cursed or something.
Exactly. He gets this sudden fear that some dreadful enchantment had rendered him immune to arrest. It's actually kind of terrifying for him.
So what does a man immune to arrest do next?
He decides to try plain old disorderly conduct. Maximum disruption.
Where does he do this?
Right in front of a busy, glittering theater, he starts yelling drunken gibberish at the top of his harsh voice. He's dancing, howling, raving, really making a scene.
Okay, this has to work. Public disturbance, drunk and disorderly.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But a policeman nearby just watches him, tours his club.
And arrests him.
Nope. Turns to someone standing nearby and says, basically, oh, it's just one of those Yale college kids celebrating. They get rowdy, but it's harmless. We're told to leave him alone.
He mistook him for a privileged college kid who gets a free pass. Oh, the irony.
Isn't it? Soapy's attempt to be truly disruptive backfires because he gets lumped in with a group that's allowed to be disruptive. He's disconsolate. His island, his goal, feels like an unattainable Arcadia.
Man, okay. He must be at his wit's end. Is there another attempt?
Oh, yes. Attempt number 5. He's getting desperate. He's in a cigar store and spots a nice silk umbrella left by a well-dressed man.
Ah, petty theft. Straightforward.
He grabs it, walks out slowly, deliberately. The owner comes running after him, obviously upset.
Okay, confrontation. This looks promising.
Soapy actually sneered at the guy, adding, insult to petty larceny. He basically dares the man to call a cop, even points one out down the street. Go on, call him.
He's really trying to force the issue now, so the guy calls the cop.
Here's the kicker. The umbrella owner gets this weird look, like he knows luck is against him, and then he admits he stole the umbrella earlier that morning.
No, you're kidding.
Not kidding. He says he just picked it up this morning in a restaurant. So Soapy accidentally stole a stolen umbrella from another thief.
That's peak O. Henry right there. The victim isn't even a victim.
Exactly. Soapy can't even commit a simple theft because the item was already stolen. There's no crime for the cop to deal with, really. It just dissolves.
What does Soapy do? I'd be furious.
He throws the umbrella angrily into an excavation, like a construction pit. And he starts muttering about the police, how they seem to think he was a king who could do nothing wrong, precisely when he wants them to think he's done wrong.
Okay, so every single attempt has failed, often in the most absurd way possible. Where does he go from here? He must be completely defeated.
Pretty much. He just sort of drifts, drags himself towards Madison Square. The story mentions a homing instinct, even though his only home is a park bench, and he stops near this old church, quaint and rambling and gabled.
An old church? And what happens there?
Well, there's a soft light coming from a stained glass window, and he hears music. An organ playing the Sabbath anthem.
Music.
Yeah, and this music, it just stops him. It caught and held him transfixed. It cemented Soapy to the iron fence.
Wow, so it really affects him.
Deeply. It stirs up all these memories from a different life, a past he'd lost. It's the days when his life contained such things as mothers and roses and ambitions and friends and immaculate thoughts and callers.
Immaculate thoughts and callers? That's evocative.
Right.
So this moment of beauty, it triggers something.
A huge shift. A sudden and wonderful change comes over him. He suddenly sees the mess he's made of his life with rising horror, all the degraded days, unworthy desires, dead hopes.
He sees himself clearly for the first time in a long time.
Exactly. And his heart responds thrillingly. He feels this powerful urge to change, to fight back against his situation.
A moment of genuine redemption.
It seems like it. He decides right then and there he's going to pull himself out of the mire, become a man of himself again. He'll conquer the evil that had enslaved him.
Does he make plans? Like actual plans?
Yeah, he does. He remembers a job offer he once had, driving for a fur importer. He decides he'll find that man tomorrow, get a job, resurrect his ambitions. He's going to be somebody in the world.
So he's completely turned around, found purpose, ready to start fresh, leave the island behind.
He's full of hope, ready for this new, virtuous life.
And that's when it happens, isn't it?
That is exactly when it happens. Just as he's making this resolution, feeling this new future, Soapy felt a hand laid on arm.
Oh no, after all that trying.
He looks around, sees the impassive face of a policeman.
And the policeman asks,
"What are you doing here? Just standing there, basically loitering by the church?"
what does Soapy say? I mean, what can he say?
He just says nothing.
And the cop's response,
Simple. Then come along.
just like that, for doing nothing.
Just like that, loitering, essentially. The next morning, he's in front of the magistrate.
And the sentence, don't tell me.
3 months on the island.
Unbelievable. He gets exactly what he wanted the entire time he was trying not to get it anymore. The moment he chooses virtue, he gets punished.
That's the profound irony, isn't it? The ultimate smile with tears. He gets his wish, but only when it's the last thing he desires. His attempt at freedom through confinement failed, but his attempt at freedom through virtue leads directly to confinement.
It's such a commentary on fate, maybe society, the randomness of it all.
Absolutely. Intentions versus outcomes, how life throws curveballs.
So, thinking about this for you, the listener, what's the takeaway here? Soapy's story is more than just a funny anecdote.
Definitely. It's this really compelling look at how unpredictable life is and how sometimes that moment of clarity, that desire to change, can come at the most, ironic time.
He wanted prison as freedom from misery, but finds real freedom is about self-improvement, right as the cell door slams shut, metaphorically speaking.
Right. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Can that moment of true insight, that pivot towards a better path, sometimes arrive precisely when circumstances make it impossible, or at least incredibly inconvenient, when it's the thing you least want at that second?
It's a fascinating question. So we've boiled down the essence of the Cop and the Anthem for you. If O. Henry's style, this mix of humor and pathos and twist endings, has grabbed you.
You should definitely check out some of his other famous ones. The Gift of the Magi is probably the most well-known.
Right, or The Last Leaf, after 20 years, you'll find that same sharp observation of human nature, those surprising turns that O. Henry touch. Makes you smile, makes you think, maybe makes you a little sad all at once.